Alright guys, really quick team breakdown before we get into the video. We're playing my boy Gypsy King this week, really good friend of mine, great draft player, and he has a very scary draft, specifically I think Spritzy. I don't have anything on my team that can really deal with that mon, but we're going to try our best here for sure. But yeah, Spritzy's just a problem, and then Meowth plus Vullaby. He has a great draft, I love his draft. Actually, I want to give a big shout out to my boy Tarantino who helped me with the squad, but yeah, this week we're bringing pokeaimMD, Rattata, Alolan Rattata can OHKO Vullaby with the Z move, can OHKO, can OHKO Spritzy after a knockoff, unfortunately which Rattata does not have, and it just does a ton of damage to his team in general. Crunch, Sucker Punch, Pursuit. Pursuit could be cool for Smoochum, though that would be a speed tie. Sucker Punch nice for Corphish, potentially Meowth, though it has Faint. We have boosted Leo, Pokemon like that. Next up we have Key, the Wingull. We have Knockoff to get rid of Violites on his Pokemon. Scald plus Hurricane, Roost. Berry Juice allows me actually to take a fake out, go all the way back up to full versus Meowth and end up at full and to a KO with Scald. This also can help me out versus Corphish as a water resistant Leo. We have SHINX. SHINX is really nice. HP Grass is for Wooper. We have Volt Switch and Snarl plus Discharge. Kind of going back and forth between Snarl and Thief. I think I'm going to go with Snarl for this battle, but hopefully I don't regret it. But Discharge, HP Grass, Volt Switch. Discharge is really nice versus his team. It's actually pretty spammable too. SHINX has a decent speed tier. It's not terrible. So it's spammable versus Vullaby. Intimidate's nice for coming on Meowth. Activate my Berry Juice. Can eat one hit from Corphish as long as it's not Z or... I think that's about it. I think I eat a Life Orb hit as well. Just Z I don't. Volt Switch is nice for momentum. We have Timber. Poison Jab with Sheer Force can 2-hit KO defensive Spritzy. However, this mon is also pretty pressed for checking things on his team. For example, I check Meowth, I can check Vullaby because I'll eat a Brave Bird, and Drain Punch weakness. If it's after rocks and has weak armor, you do a lot of damage with Mach Punch. I also check Corphish unless it goes for a Z move. I check Smoochum with Mach Punch. So a few things that Timber's kind of pressed for in this game. We have a Spadef Swinub. This is supposed to help me out versus Smoochum with Thick Fat. I have Freeze Dry, which does a lot to Corphish. Doesn't let it set up for free. Avalanche, because I'm really slow, so it's stronger than Icicle Spear or anything like that. We have Earthquake and then Stealth Rock. And last but not least, we have Jambat. I've been playing back and forth between this thing too. I made it Adamant Scarf. It KOs Meowth from full. And the only thing I've been playing between or thinking about is between Shadow Claw and Toxic. But I'm going for Shadow Claw just because it hits Bronzor and like Spritzy, or Smoochum, excuse me, if it comes down to like end game and he has that Levitator plus Smoochum, Shadow Claw is better than locking myself in a Rock Slide. I don't know though. Gonna be a really tough one, but should be fun. Definitely check out his channel, by the way. Again, best draft player I think out there. Top 5 for sure. Top 5 draft player out there. I'll see ya though in the battle. Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with this week's APA battle. Actually, it's last week's APA battle, but this is when Gypsy and I were able to play. So I'm playing my boy Gypsy King. Great battler, great draft league player, really respected in the draft league format and in general. Gonna be really fun. The last time we played, I think the only time we've ever played is in that stream I did with him, though he's been helping me with draft leagues as of late. I did already give a shout out in the video, or the little fast team breakdown, but big shout out to my boy Tarantino for, of course, the help. And yeah, let's just get right into this. See what he has. Okay, yep, pretty much exactly what I expected. Vullaby, Meowth, the Smoochum, Corphish, Bronzor, and Spritzy. So I think my best lead, just looking at his team, is easily going to be my Wingull. Wingull does have knockoff. It lets Fake Out and activates my Berry Juice. It can knock off the Bronzor, which is pretty cool too. And just matches up well in general versus his team, in my opinion. I can trap Meowth as well with Diglett. Smoochum's definitely a little bit of an issue. I'll try to get up rocks with my Swinub at a point. And hopefully he doesn't sweep me with Corphish or Spritzy, because both of them are giant threats. Let's get into it. Love my Meowth in this game though. Normalium Z is going to get me a KO basically. I click Crunch and I just click Z move on anything and everything dies. So thankfully my Z move doesn't miss either. So have fun, Gypsy King. Again, I absolutely love Wingo as a lead. Key. Maybe Bronzor or Meowth as a lead. That's what I'm thinking. Zonger. So that's Bronzor. My best play is for sure just going for knockoff. Getting rid of its ability to recycle. He could have HP Electric, of course, but yeah, getting rid of its ability to recycle. I'm pretty known for losing this Mon turn 1. And knockoff just getting rid of its item is great. Especially if he opts to just go for rocks, because knockoff into double Scald might just be able to knock him out. So I'm definitely going to knock him off right here. Assuming he's not Z or anything. This should do about 26. Yeah, this should do about 6 damage. 6 damage. Scald does 7, 9, 10, 9 damage. Yeah, we for sure knock him off. Colbur? Okay, so he has a Colbur Berry. That's cool. HP Electric? Psychic. That'll activate my Juice. He gets a crit turn 1. Thankfully, no drop. It looks like it. So that was his way of checking. That was his way of checking my Meowth, obviously. So, excuse me, my Rattata. Bronzor, Colbur. I'm a Scald here. I don't mind losing my Wingull to this, and basically one less crunch I have to hit. Plus he doesn't switch in very well to Wingull anyway. Like Scald is just nasty, so just being able to do that damage is really nice. My Meowth is nasty versus him too. Because I knocked off his item as well, he can't recycle it, which is pretty cool if he does have it. Psychic. Okay, throw off a Scald. I didn't want to go Rattata there because I'm pretty sure he's going to go for rocks. I get a burn. It's a little bit of a nasty burn right there, as he does get up his rocks, yep. Now, my Diglett does guarantee knockout Meowth after a Life Orb hit, and it knocks it out a Life Orb Meowth as well. So, that could be something my opponent can have. I see no reason not to throw off another Scald. That burn is nice too. But yeah, I see no reason not to throw off another Scald. Right here. Smoochum doesn't have Dry Skin. It has Forewarn, its ability. It also doesn't have Lovely Kiss. Those are 2 important things. Mach Punch could be decent in this game too, checking Smoochum. Hopefully checking Corphish as well. I can see it being Z Corphish though, or Z Vullaby, both of which are giant threats. And if I defog, which I can definitely do, he might just spam rocks here to not allow me to defog. That might be the play he's going for. But if Bronzor is gone, helps out my Swinub for sure. Helps out Diglett as well. So I'm assuming you go Meowth after this, right? After Bronzor dies. I don't think you switch into this Mon, period. Like, Wingull's a threat. Yeah, I think you sack it. I do get the roll as well, which is pretty big. I think that because of the obvious Scald burn, that was basically I was able to get rid of that. So Wingull KOs Bronzor. I just write Wingull, but I don't know why I said Wingull KOs Bronzor. I literally cross out Bronzor and then I write Wingull. Okay, so Bronzor is gone. Nice. Meowth comes out now and goes for Fake Out most likely. Fake Out into Faint definitely knocks me out. And there's nothing I can do about that unless he's not Life Orb, of course. But mouth is a problem in general, so I'm okay with it basically going down if possible. He also doesn't know if I have protect. And he might go for faint when he goes mouth, expecting me to have protect. Because you haven't seen my other moves. You only seen Scald and knockoff. Protect is actually used on this mon too. So go smooch him instead. Let's just assume it's modest. Can you knock me out with Ice Beam? Ice Beam does 105 to 125%. That's Ice Beam. Be timid. What about Psychic? Psychic also does the same thing. But I think you Ice Beam here because I have Rat. So I'm actually going to bring out my my Swine Up, my Split F Swine Up here. Which should take both. I think you Ice Beam though. Yep, because I have the Rat. This should do 26 to 30%. I'm gonna get on my rocks. I'm assuming you switch out. I'm assuming this thing might be Scarf. And yeah, getting up rocks is nice. Put that thing in range of Mach Punch. He doesn't switch him very well to this mon, period. So maybe I should be attacking. But I check smooch him with Sucker Punch anyway, so I don't have to worry as much about this. Like, as much as I want to go for Earthquake here, I think Rocks is better in the long run for my Rat. As well as putting things in range of Diglett. Like, for example, Diglett can KO Vullaby, if I'm not mistaken. After Rocks. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, that's a Violet. Can we get rid of the Violet here and assume your Berry Juice? Oh, it still doesn't do that much. What the hell? Why does that mon take so little? I'm assuming, again, smooch him is Scarf. So I'm just going to put Scarf here just to... Oh, he isn't Scarf. Okay. This shouldn't knock me out, though. Nice. He wasn't Scarf, though. I get my rocks up. And I'm going to Freeze Dry here. I'm going to Freeze Dry here. I don't want him going Corphish on an Ice Shard. I think he'll just stay in because the damage on Smoochum might not matter anyway. But if he does go Corphish, this would be nice. It's on a 17 speed, my god. I don't think he cares if he gets damage, but I'm going to go for Freeze Dry here anyway. Because, again, if he does go Corphish, damage is good on that. Although, I think he's going to stay in, period, but... Yep. Okay, I for sure like going Wingull here. Though I am weakening my water resist, aka my only water resist. With Rocks up, I still pressure Meowth, I still pressure Vullaby, and I get a knockoff here. Even if it's Z. That's fine because, what's the Pokemon called? Timber. Timber's Mach Punch would kill. So knockoff right here. Yep, beautiful. Focus Sash. So it's Sash. Gets the KO. That boy gets 2 KOs. Not bad. Alright, we're going to bring out my boy Young Chimpak here. This might be bad because that Spritzee looks like it just cleans sweeps me. Spritzee, Little Cup defensive. Mach Punch on you. I want a Poison Jab here so badly, but it might be worth it too. But this thing is a threat. Like, this thing is a straight up threat to me. And I think I'm really banking on my my what's it called? My Rattata here to win me this game. Yep. Give me that Mon. Beautiful. So they'll give him the free switch into Spritzy here. He might have Z move on it. Sheer Force, Poison Jab, 2 KOs, defensive Spritzy, which I doubt he is. Mouth is checked by both SHINX and Scarf Diglett. But Diglett kind of is like bad in this game too. SHINX checks Corphish though, thankfully. Oh god, it's Z, isn't it? Corphish. SHINX. Timber. Grab Hammer does 91 to 116. I checked this thing with Sucker Punch. I have to Drain Punch here. Actually, +1 doesn't kill if I'm at full, so I Drain Punch. Yeah, I Drain Punch here. Let's see if he's Z. He is. So Z has a chance to kill me. The chance is actually in his favor, but I couldn't switch into... I unfortunately could not switch into SHINX anyway, because SHINX dies as well. Alright, so... That's bad. But at least we know that's Z. Yeah, that mouth is going to be problematic. That mouth is going to be problematic. SHINX. Volt Switch does 100 minimum. So I'm going to Volt Switch here. I should be able to outspeed it too. That's going to bring me in with my my Rat, which brings in his Meowth. But yeah, Volt Switch definitely knocks this thing out. I can't see my endgame though in this. There's so many threats. I think Spritzy's going to sweep me no matter what I do, and maybe even Meowth. Let's see though, because it was Z Corphish. If he goes Spritzy here, I get the damage I need from for Rat. Excuse me. Okay, there's Meowth, which I'm okay with. That is some good damage, bro. That is some fire damage. Hell yeah. Alright, so I go Diglett. He's going to fake out into Feint most likely, but... I gotta go right back out into, SHINX here. I gotta keep Diglett alive just in case Last Mon Vullaby. That is some good damage. I kinda wish I discharged there. So the good thing about this Mon is that it will guarantee live a hit from my SHINX will guarantee live any hit from Meowth and get my Berry Juice. Yeah, it'll get its berry juice no matter what. And he's trapped here too, which is why I went to this mod. I didn't want Rattata coming out, because Rattata is going to be important. If I do somehow win, Rattata is going to be important for that. Because I can Z Vullaby and I can Z Spritzy. So I'm assuming this is Orb. But yeah, this will guarantee live the hit. There's Fake Out. Activates that berry juice. Right back up to full. I Volt Switch here. Pick up that KO. It definitely KOs Meowth. And it puts Spritzy in range of Double Edge, which is important. And I just get the Volt Switch in general. It could be Trick Room though, Spritzy, I guess. But Volt Switch is always my play. Look at little SHINX putting in work. Pulse is his strongest move. I agree with that. Oh, come on, buddy. Break through, little guy. Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. Rattata. Corphish. Crunch does 75 to 90. If it's taking 2 Stealth Rock switch-ins. I mean, I always go Rat here anyway. It don't matter what. But if it's defensive Violet, it's not going to die anyway, huh? Which he probably is defensive Violet. And I think I lose to Coolfish anyway. I have to hope he's offensive, not bold, even though bold makes so much sense. Vullaby. Scarf, maybe? I'm gonna go into Spritzy here. I think he might be Scarf. Well, the next turn of Rocks does knock him out if he is Scarf. Brave Birds. Okay, nice. This is a speed tie if he's not Scarf. I think I always discharge here. Yep, like I said, that was a speed tie if he wasn't Scarf. Ooh, that's a Violet as hell. I got a pair on him though. As he roosts. But yeah, that damage is really important though. That damage is crucial. That pair is big too. I just spam discharge now. That did nothing, by the way. I'm like surprised at how little that's doing. And unfortunately, I pair. I'm sorry, Gypsy King. I really am, bro. So goodbye, Vullaby. Corphish comes back out. I think you go Spritzy now. I'm trying to think. If it's Trick Room Spritzy, I think what I do is I go for, do I discharge or do I snarl? No, you go Corphish here, right? Well, if it is Trick Room Nasty Plot, I have to go for the snarl, I think. I go for Discharge Paris, fine. I don't know if snarl is the better play, that's the thing. And I can have Thief, too. He's not Z. I kind of wish I had Thief. That is Trick Room. Oh, boy. That is Trick Room as hell. Yeah, I discharge again. I mean, I gotta play off Paras now. He should just attack me. That's discharge bulky as well, by the way. That is straight up bulky. I think this thing was gonna sweep me no matter what. Like, looking at my team. Even with me getting lucky, I feel like it was gonna sweep me no matter what. It's probably max defense Trick Room. There's no way Diglett lives anything. Yeah, Moonblast. Just calc, right? What the hell? What the hell? Why does this do nothing? Am I calculating this wrong? Bro, what am I calculating here? Earthquake really does 5. Moonblast should KO me. I don't think Memento makes a difference because I feel like Rattata is going to die anyway. -2. Yeah, it makes no difference. I Earthquake here for sure. That's assuming I even live his hit, by the way. And he's bulky as hell to reset Trick Room, I guess. That did nothing. Wish, Moonblast, Trick Room, Protect. I'm assuming that's your set. Yeah, it's max defense. So he's trying to reset it to the point where Trick Room ends, he beats me. I don't think I have another play anyway. He wishes again to secure the win. Yeah. I don't think I have enough turn. Like I probably will live one Moonblast. It is ridiculous how little this Earthquake does, and I'm adamant. I am adamant too. Yeah, he just resets the Trick Room and wins. Well played, Gypsy. Good end game. I don't know how I beat this Mon period though with my team. I guess maybe snarling it would have been okay, but if it was Trick Room Nasty Plot, it could have done the exact same thing, or Trick Room Calm Mind. Good game, bro. Wish. Him stalling me out is his best endgame. I need to get lucky and then get like a pursuit crit, expecting the fear out, switch fearing the Z. Life Orb, Adamant. Double edge does 62 to 77%. Just trigger him up this turn, and then yeah, no, yeah, that should secure the win with the crab. I don't think he has to stall me out here. Wait, bro, trick room, crit won't even kill you. Please finish it. I know he's 100% secure to win, but a crit won't kill him. So there we go. There we go. Moonblast. And now he can safely trick room up and win. Good game, bro. Well played. Do I have anything on my team that could stop this thing? At all? I don't have a steel type. Maybe Gulpin? Couldn't my Rattata have come in right there? Yeah, couldn't I have brought in Rattata there? And maybe done something? Wasn't Trick Room the play? Yeah, okay, I was about to say, like, what's going on, Drew? I think that was almost a throw. Was that had to be a misclick, right? Good game, bro. Can Sucker Punch crit kill? No. Never. Game, dude. I'm type GG to him. GG. I knew I was gonna get swept by Swerty. I legitimately knew it. And I didn't know how I could position myself to beat it. Even if I snarled, I don't know if I could have done anything. That mod. Oh. That mod was disgusting. At the end game, I just have to respect the Z ground. No worries. No worries. I was Scarf. Anyway. Oh, that makes sense. He was watching out for Z ground. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Might do an interview with Gypsy, might not, depends. Kind of late. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. Check out his channel. Great player, phenomenal. And yeah, that's kind of pretty much what I expected Spritzzy to do to me on literal matchup. I was thinking about bringing Gulpin, but I don't think it would have done anything because he could have easily brought Nasty Plot, Psychic, Moonblast, Draining Kiss. Anyway, guys, goodbye, friends. Alright, guys, so I'm here with my boy Gypsy King. He can say hi.
Hey guys, what's going on? You got Gypsy?
Yep, we just played our game. Got beat down by that Spritzzy, but it was to be expected.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I was saying to you, like I felt like the end game, if I played that Spritzzy wrong, like I could have just lost to the Rat. So like a Life Orb Rat just destroyed my team if I didn't play it well. So.
I feel like the only questionable turn though was I know you were scouting for Z ground. That's what you told me, but I feel like that one protect turn could have been really bad because Rat, if it got a roll, could knock out Spritzzy. But I don't know. I wasn't bringing it in. I should have put Toxic on Diglett. I had it originally over Shadow Claw.
Yeah, toxic would have been nice. The reason I like teched it there was because like I felt like you were preserving the Z ground. Like I felt like you were just bluffing it like really well, and I wanted to prevent you from like Z ground. Like I needed to stay out of range of double edge if possible from rat. So I wanted to like like trick room on a turn where I was out of range of your Z ground, which was like 16 HP or something. I needed to be above.
Yeah.
And I think I protected there because it would have meant that if you went rat, I think if you went rat, I was like out of range of double edge unless you were like adamant life orb.
Was it what HP was that, if you remember? Was it like 21, 22?
I'm not too sure. I just knew that like if you went hard rat, I lived, and if you Z grounded that turn and then went hard rat on my wish, I was going to be in a tough spot. So like I was playing it in such a way that like I wouldn't lose to you making that like read out.
No,
to rat.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I was Z rat. I was Z rat. So that's why.
Oh really?
That's why like
Shit,
had you protected there and I went rat, that would have been like best case scenario for me.
Yeah, actually that would have been pretty rough because that thing is how much would that would have done?
It does.
Were you
66 to 81. I was jolly. So the roll is 18, 19, 21, and 22. But that's why like if I don't know what percentage you were at though. So. That would have done a lot actually because 19 it's a very low chance to do 18, so 19 21 that would have been pretty bad. Yeah.
So I know that I needed to be above needed to be like to avoid adamant double edge life orb, and needed to be above 21. That was what I was trying to remain at, but like I knew I had to trick room up. I couldn't really let rat come in if Diglett weakened me, so I had to have a trick room up, but Diglett tanked one Moonblast. It was kind of tricky, but it was definitely a fun game.
It was. I was
threatening.
calcing Spritzy and Diglett. I was like, why does this do 25? Like, no matter. I'm adamant. I was like, I re-entered the calc. I was like, there's Earthquake, 25.
Oh, were you adamant? Damn, that's a pretty nice bring here. Yeah.
Because it guarantee KOs Mouth, and I live faint. Tarantino made my team, so.
No, it was very solid. I really liked the Wing Gold because that really like led well versus like a Meowth lead. And it was a nice kind of backup to Corphish because it tanked a Crab Hammer. And
Corphish was a threat too. I feel like that Mon, Meowth, and Spritzy too, but like your team has all these giant threats. Spritzy and Vullaby specifically scare the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Just SHINX did something. I was debating going for Snarl versus the what's it called? The Spritzy. I kind of wish I was Thief on the SHINX. That would have been
Thief could have been big.
Yeah.
Thief could have been really big. Yeah, I feel like you've really like made SHINX shine. I didn't think many people thought that thing would do much work, but it's put in work. Like,
I mean,
every game
it paired here, which was pretty big, but that's about it. Let me look at
it. But really, I don't think Vullaby was doing much here anyway, apart from
checking
Life Orb Stalling or something like that. Yeah.
When you brought in Smooch, I was like, okay, this dude has to be Scarf. Like, what? And then Focus Sash makes sense too. Focus Sash made a lot of sense too. Especially because it's harder for me to get up rocks.
Exactly, yeah. I was Sash counter to hopefully lure the rat. Or even something like Diglett or Timber, but I had to kind of bluff Scarf because Wingull's just annoying. Like, I couldn't risk Spritzy losing it to Violet, and Corphish would have killed with Z-Crab, but it would have taken a million from Hurricane. So I had to kind of go off that. Worst case scenario, you brought me down to my Sash and I took out Wingull. But
it was a clean team, bro. I was scared of a lot of Mons. Meowth in particular, Spritzy, Vullaby, like those were the big three. I feel like, especially in a format like this where my answers are very limited. I don't have a Mienfoo to just tank every hit from every Pokemon.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was just a rough matchup in terms of your team versus Corphish. It was pretty tough. Like, that's one of those mons that I think like is going to do a lot better in Little Cup format, in the draft format rather than the actual tier, because not every team has a grass, has a fungus or something like that. So it's just had a good matchup here.
Hey, but man, you've been doing not even matchup wise, you've just been doing well the entire time. What is that, like 6-0 now, something like that?
I think so. I think this is week 6.
But I don't know what week we're on. We're like a week behind. Something like that.
Yeah, yeah, but something like that. Yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been pretty nice change from yeah, the regular format. Definitely fun to use these little level 5 mods.
I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, definitely.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
enjoying using the rat. It hasn't been shining as much. No,
I'm pretty sure.
I regret not going rat on the protect. But I didn't think you could protect. Like I was like waiting because at that point
Yeah.
in my head you're out of range of a crit earthquake.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
the
trick
thing.
room and then KO.
Exactly. I felt like I felt like you. It was kind of a calculated risk in my head because I felt like you wouldn't make that play because I'd been spamming wish so much. Like I'd just been showing that I wanted to either stall out your EQs or just because like I could have done that. Like I could have just wish protect, and remained out of range of like life orb, double edge, or Z, DW, something like that. So I felt like you wouldn't make the rat play, but if you did, it just would have been like a god prediction on your part, and obviously if I was under 21, you probably would have taken me out there.
Yeah.
So.
And because I'm just looking at it because like even if you protected the turn where I went rat and then Z'd as well, and you protected on a Z, I was just looking at the double edge calcs. Like it still kills after regular double edge still kills. I mean that's providing I hit. So in order for that scenario to work out for me, not only do I have to get whatever roll it was on Spritzy, I also have to still hit my attack on Corefish anyway after, or I just lose.
Yeah, but I definitely think that endgame could have gone either way if like maybe some different plays were made or some rolls or something like that. So yeah, it definitely was a really close one. Hopefully we'll get to play again later in the season.
Yeah, if I'll make playoffs. We'll see.
Oh, of course you will.
I mean, it depends. Depends a lot.
No. Isn't Diglett like leading the league in kills or something like that?
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. It just comes. It just comes in and gets its kill. That's all that matters.
It's insane. Yeah, exactly.
I love this mod. I very much love this mod. It's the same thing all the time too. Doesn't matter if it's Scarf or Life Orb or whatever it is. Love this Pokemon.
It's so obnoxious. It's so rough. Like it's not too bad for my team because not many of my things are affected by it, but like a lot of teams, it just dismantles.
Yeah. Aren't you really close with your Pokemon too, though? I think aren't you in second or third of kill?
I think my mon's like kind of it's distributed out. Like Spritzy 6-0'd last week, so it has a few, and then Corfish, and then, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, I think it's a bit of a mix. I think Mouth's been a lot of fun to use. I've enjoyed that.
Mouth is such a cool Pokemon. It really is. Like Technician is so nice. I like your Spritzy. It reminded me of the Diancie and the P4G. Like how Trick Room is just Trick Room is such a good move in the late game because it just becomes so nasty.
Yeah, well, I was looking at this team and I was thinking, like, I don't really think you're going to bring Gulpin. Like, you might, and
I was thinking
about
it's
pretty fat, but but I was kind of willing to bank on Trick Room coming in clutch in a late game situation. So
no, it was just straight up. But yeah, bro, it was a fun game. Guys, check him out. Like I said, Premier Draft League player. He spoilers. He might play in the GBA for me. Who knows? That's a big spoiler.
Well, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it. It was definitely a fun match.
No, anytime, bro. Guys, go and check him out. His link will be down below. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.